to many federal benefits. Visit sss.gov.
This hour of Buzz Sports Radio is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, Injury Lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
Your home for the Durham Bulls.
I'm WRAL meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. It's breezy and cool out there for this morning, but we are seeing mostly clear skies. We'll see a high this afternoon of 63, but our temperatures will stay in the 40s all the way up until around lunchtime. 43 overnight tonight and mainly clear. A gorgeous weekend in our forecast. We'll see lovely temperatures with highs in the low to mid 70s, mostly sunny Saturday and Sunday.
The Sports Shop is presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Service. Alsco's first aid service is great for office buildings, restaurants, automotive facilities, or anywhere emergencies can happen. Call Alsco today at 919-828-7491 or visit alsco.com. Again, that's alsco.com to learn more about what they can provide for your business.
Happy Friday! You're listening to the Sports Shop with Reese, Kmac, and I am Pam Thompson-Smith, and it's going to be on fire in here today. We have a very big takeover on this awesome Friday morning. Good morning, Reese. You ready for the takeover?
I'm ready for the takeover, man. It's going to be incredible.
I found that love provides a key, unlocks the heart and souls of you and me. Love will learn to sing your song, yeah. Love is written in stone. Every man I meet, walk in time.
Bump along.
Free to wonder past his conscious mind.
Yeah.
Love will come and take you home, yeah.
Written in the stone. You know, every now and then, well, we run our show each and every day.
That's true.
The Sports Shop. We just put it down each and every day. And today, somebody else going to take it over, Pam.
I know.
They're going to take everything from what you hear, what you see, and everything about an unbelievable institution. And we've done this before a couple of times, but we haven't done it in a while. It's all about the ECSU TAKEOver.
Yes.
And we're rocking and rolling. Oh, by the way, I'm DR Reese of the Sports Shop. Reese with an S. We got a lovely talented Pam Thompson-Smith, the firm rocking with us.
Before they take over, we can still tell them who we are.
Exactly.
Right?
That's all they're going to hear about us today. But we're so proud and really excited to get the Chancellor of the ECSU.
Yes.
Dr. Chancellor Edmonds is rocking with us right now. Good morning, Dr. Edmonds. How you doing?
Good morning. Exciting morning.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Oh, man. I mean, you taking over, so
Absolutely.
we might as well rock with it right now. I mean, it's going to be incredible. There's so much going on. There's so much happening. We want to get you on initially to talk about I'm talking serious. It's just crazy. ECSU and what ECSU is all about. Because, I went to HBCU. I know how important HBCUs are to the fabric of the world, if you will. And I'm excited to have you here. So let's talk about really, first of all, you're interim right now, but how things are going?
Things are going very well. And like you said, ECSU is taking over. And not just the Sports Shop, but North Carolina. So, because that's what we do at the ECSU. But Elizabeth City State University is a constituent university of the University of North Carolina system.
Right.
And our signature program is aviation, and you're going to hear about that today. But like I say to folks, everything is up at ECSU.
That's awesome.
Our enrollment is up. Our signature aviation program saw a 48% growth this year.
Oh, wow.
That is huge.
Wow.
And to think about everything being up, in our college tuition is $500. We are an NC Promise School. So we're very thankful to the General Assembly and the UNC system, the Board of Governors, for having ECSU a part of that grant program where students can go, in-state students can go to ECSU for $500.
Wow.
That is the in-state tuition, and $2,500 for out-of-state tuition.
And that's
That is
amazing.
amazing.
as we say together,
Yeah,
right?
I was actually sitting here thinking about my student loans still. Like, man, I should.
I know.
Exactly.
I mean,
A program like that, people don't understand the value in that and getting a quality education as well.
Absolutely. And that's part of it, accessibility and affordability. And to think that you can go to a university, a premier university, get an aviation degree, and pay $500 per semester for tuition.
Oh, wow.
So you graduate with very little debt or no debt. And ECSU was named number 4 for social mobility for colleges, for Region College South, which means not only are we helping our students be successful, but we are changing lives at ECSU. So when they come to us and they leave us, when they graduate, they're able to move up an income bracket or more when they leave us.
Wow,
and so
that's
we are
awesome.
life-changing at ECSU.
Life-changing.
That's amazing. That's crazy amazing, as they say.
Absolutely. We are excited to be
Wow.
having an ECU takeover. We're talking to Dr. Chancellor Edmonds, who is the chancellor, interim chancellor. So you haven't been here that long, but you've made such an impact. So it's just a quick moment of reflection, like what's been the most rewarding part so far?
Yeah, there's so many things that have been rewarding, but being able to engage with the student leaders and help them see how they can become leaders, or that they are leaders, but see how their voice can give back to the university. We have construction projects that are going on. So if you come to ECSU, we have a new dining hall that will go online this summer.
That's cool. That's
we have a new residence hall that will go online this summer. A new aviation building that we will do the groundbreaking on that on April. I'll just say April. I forgot the date. But we're also doing a groundbreaking for our Currituck hangar as well. And so when I say a lot of great things are happening at ECSU. And when I think about our alumni and how they support us, and how they've always stepped up to the plate.
Wow.
But to see how they're engaging in our foundation to get gap funding for our students. So those students who are almost at the end and need just a little more resources to make it through, they are making it happen. And so with the gap funding, with our aviation program, the growth that we're seeing on the campus, it's been an amazing opportunity.
Oh, that's awesome.
You make me want to go back to school. I'm talking about hearing all these great things. I'm trying. Can I get another degree or something? I mean,
And actually,
another
ECSU is for you.
is
That
it?
one of the things that we talk about is
Okay.
our adult learners.
Okay, let's talk
So,
about that.
so we're looking for those traditional students, but we want adult learners to come to the university. We have programs laid out. We have supports in place for them. So if you're an adult, you may be working, you may want to look at a second career, ECSU is for you.
Wow. ECSU is for us.
You.
Point to yourself.
That sounds like a slogan. That sounds like something we come up with. ECSU is for
It's
you.
for you. Absolutely.
Oh, man, we're rocking and rolling with ECSU's and Chancellor Dr. Chancellor Edmonds. There's so much to talk about going forward. I mean, in terms of, you talked about NC Promise, which I think is great. The campus construction, obviously, that's impressive as well. But the overview on what to expect, give us a little piece of that, if you will.
Absolutely. When you come to our campus, we are there to provide support. So whether you are a first-time freshman student, whether you're a transfer student, an adult learner, we have a path of support and resources to ensure your success. And the one thing that really hit home for me is when I always like to eat in the dining hall with the students. And I'm asking them, why did you choose ECSU? And the top reason is it feels like home.
That's good.
ECSU reached out to me before I ever got to the campus, and it felt like home. I knew there would be someone there to support me. And that's huge, because once we get you to the campus, we want to make sure we support you to graduate.
Yeah.
Right.
And early or on time.
Right.
There you go.
And have a job when you leave.
Just graduate. How about that?
Yeah. Well, and not just graduate, but when we looked at our student survey for our class that graduated in December, over 95% of them already either had a job or they were headed to the military or graduate school.
Well,
so when they walked across the
so
stage,
impressive.
they had their career ready to go. And that's what we want students to know. When you come to us, we will take care of you.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So that you're preparing them beyond just the campus life, beyond when you graduate.
Absolutely. And we have an awesome international studies program. So our students are studying abroad. So while they're on spring break right now, we have students that are out of the country. So think about that experience for our students. And a large population of our students are first generation students.
Really?
So now you come to ECSU, and now you are able to see the entire world, not just North Carolina, not just the United States, but study abroad and be immersed in that culture.
Wow.
So that is excellent for students, an excellent opportunity.
Great work. Absolutely great work. So this is a day full of takeover. And so before we let you go, if you want to kind of just give us a quick preview of who we're going to see and talk to.
Yes. So you're going to talk with Arlinda Halfacre. She is from our admissions office. You'll also talk with Dr. Rawat and some of our great students. You know, students always like to hear from other students. And they will be here to talk about the aviation science program that we have. We're going to have coaches. So they'll get to talk to our football coach, our head women's basketball.
Yeah.
That's going to work out really well.
Absolutely. I'm sure folks are waiting for that segment, but they will be with us as well. So you're looking forward to having a great day, and we'll have some additional students with us as well.
I'll be remiss if I don't bring up, I mean, I know when I talk about my HBCU, it's always about how it got started and the history behind it.
Right.
I know that's relative to and relevant to ECSU. Talk about that if you will.
Absolutely. ECSU was started in 1891, and the founding father is Hugh Kell. And whenever I talk about Hugh Kell, I always talk about him knowing that the time was right, the perseverance. And think about in that time, putting forth a bill to create an HBCU. And that is what he did. He knew that's what he wanted to do. He knew that we needed to have education in the community. And it was his perseverance and his knowing when the time was right to put that bill forth to start ECSU. And we had our Founders Day recently, and we talked about when ECSU first started, we had like 26 students and $900.
Wow.
That's when it started.
Are you serious?
26
students.
Can you imagine if Hugh Kell and P.W. Moore could see now where ECSU is? I mean, we know the shoulders on which we stand.
That's right.
And so it's just an awesome opportunity to be the interim chancellor at a place that has given so much to the community, to the region, and to the state, and nationally.
Oh, wow.
This is amazing. I love it. I love it.
It's all about the takeover. They're taking over everything, people. I mean, we just here, going through the motions. It's all about ECSU. We got the chancellors here. I mean, we got coaches coming. We got administrators. It's going to be a great day. And I'm just so excited. And to be doing this again, because this is our third time, by the way.
Wow, that is
ECSU.
awesome.
So it's all good. But we're going to keep it going. I know you're going to be back with us at some point. But A-Town, what we rocking with right now? As you can see behind us, there's QR codes, right, Pam?
That's right.
And people can scan one of them, and you can come right into our YouTube page, of course, the Best of the, and of course, get into the Best of the Sports Shop, our podcast, all those areas. Then you can join our team. You win tickets. Man, you can go to concerts. You can be the first on the list for a lot of things. So that's how you get
Maybe you
out
have to go to some ECSU games.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
VIP experiences.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point.
Yes.
That's what we need to do. But this how you do. I know you listen to us on 99.9 HD2 or 628 on the buzz, or 104.5 FM. But you want to just kind of link into us. This how you do it right here, man. And we're going to be rocking and rolling, give you more opportunities to link up with us the rest of this show. And we got so much come on. It's all about ECSU. It's all about the Viking Pride. And we're going to get into more of that right here next on the Sports Shop. Let's rock.
Real fan analysis, good vibes, the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio and WRAL Sports Plus TV.
Do you ever go to the Carolina Hurricanes games and find yourself thinking, what do the players eat before the game? What are their pregame rituals? What kind of music gets them pumped up ahead of the game? How sacred is the game day nap? What's the postgame mood on the team plane? Check out my new podcast, Iced Tea, with me, Megan LaMontagne. I get to talk to people who spill the tea on the Carolina Hurricanes. Listen to Iced Tea in any podcast app or watch the show on the Fan YouTube channel.
Welcome home from Baker Home Exteriors. Your home is not just where you live, it's where life happens. We're proud to continue Baker Roofing's century-long legacy of excellence, bringing that same dedication to your home. Whether it's roofing, siding, gutters, or more, we transform houses into the homes you've always dreamed of. Your home deserves nothing less. Visit BakerHomeExteriors.com and let's build something beautiful together. That's BakerHomeExteriors.com.
It's Jasmine from The Sports Shop. The Sports Shop is presented in part by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Everyone loves the Alsco Injury Report featuring the Alsco First Aid Kit. So stop what you're doing right now and call 919-828-7491 to get your free personal first aid kit. That's right, you can get your own personal first aid kit for free. Call Alsco today at 919-828-7491. Stop what you're doing right now and call 919-828-7491.
Time is running out, folks. I need you to go to KNIACsBike.com. Dennis Cox here for the Law Tigers. The Carolina Hurricanes, Law Tigers, Tobacco Road, Harley-Davidson, and Shiny Side Paint are all teaming up once again to give one lucky fan a custom KNIACs motorcycle. Simple to enter. Go to KNIACsBike.com. Sign-ups last until April 6th. The bike will be given away on the final home game of the season. KNIACsBike.com. Law Tigers is a network of independent law firms who are members of the American Association of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. Law Tigers is not a law firm.
Hey Charlotte, are you ready for the ultimate food experience? Then you need to head over to Dame's Chicken and Waffles with locations in Durham, Cary, and Greensboro. Dame is where you will find award-winning chicken and the most unique waffle flavors around.
Whether you're planning a private party, public event, or corporate gathering, Dame's has your catering needs covered. We offer catering for any and all occasions. Imagine your next event with our delicious chicken and waffles. Your guests will be talking about it for weeks.
Join us on Thursdays for live music that perfectly complements your dining experience. It's the perfect way to enjoy a great meal and some great tunes.
Don't forget to visit our website at DamesChickenandWaffles.com. That's DamesChickenandWaffles.com. And follow us on social media for the latest updates, special offers, and mouth-watering photos of our dishes. Come on, get smeared by the best.
Dame's Chicken and Waffles, where great food and great times meet. See you soon, Charlotte.
Need CPAP supplies fast? I'm Brandon Giggling, president of Parkway Sleep Health Centers, and we are the Triangle's top sleep provider, offering quick access to the equipment you need for better sleep. Get the right supplies right when you need them. With over 20 years of experience, our expert team is here to help you sleep better, sooner.
Discover why so many trust Parkway Sleep Health Centers for better sleep. Visit parkwaysleep.com now and start your journey to a healthier night's sleep. Parkway Sleep Health Centers. Sound sleep. Sound health.
You may not realize how important 3 letters can be. For a patient who needs type A, B, or O blood, these letters can mean life, but there simply aren't enough people giving blood. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs it, but only about 3% of the population donates. Without more donors, hospitals may not have the blood needed to save lives. That's why the American Red Cross needs people to help restore the A's, B's, and O's that are depleting each day. When you make your appointment to donate blood at redcrossblood.org/missing types, you can help give strength to kids, parents, and grandparents who face life and death challenges. From cancer patients to accident survivors, doctors waiting for critical surgeries, your generosity can give someone more life. Don't wait until the letters A, B, and O are missing from hospital shelves. You are the missing type patients need. Visit redcrossblood.org/missing types or call 1-800-RED CROSS to make your donation appointment today.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart.
Heather's moment has arrived, and you just hope all that training pays off.
Heather lays down her purchase, but Randy rings it up as slowly as he can.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she's looking at the cigarettes.
There's nothing good back there.
Heather's arm is in motion, but she just grabs the gum off the counter.
That's a slick move.
Even Randy tips his cap to Heather. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally wants you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
Come on, people. Come on, people. You want the funk? You gonna get it today. It's usually Funky Friday, but it's Takeover Friday. Pam, I ain't with my blue today. I'm feeling a little off.
I wore mine Monday.
We've been overwhelmed. Because I have royal blue. I like royal blue.
It's one of your favorites. It's in your color wheel.
Well, I mean, plus it represents, quality.
That's right.
It represents, championship pedigree. All that kind of cool. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm going too far. But anyway, we're having a good time today. We're going to have a good time all day today. It is our Elizabeth City State University Takeover Day. People are saying, well, what the heck is that? Well, you know what we're going to do? All day today, we're going to talk about Elizabeth City State University because guess what? They are here in the Raleigh-Durham area this weekend, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. You got young people, even, old people like myself. They want to get back to school and do things. I mean, we're going to give you all the opportunity, all the options that you want. But anyway, welcome back to the Sports Shop. We got the firm, Pam Thompson-Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great.
Did you play hooky yesterday?
No, I didn't. I wasn't feeling well, but I feel much better today.
Isn't that the same thing? grown people don't get sick day. What the heck wrong with you? Grown people don't get sick day. That's
it was only half a day because I did work.
Those are for students.
I did work yesterday afternoon at our NCAA kickoff, so that was kind of just half day.
Just like a student. You can't. You too sick to go to school.
But next thing I know, you all outside.
As soon as I come home, you all outside playing around, shooting basketball. See what I'm saying? Just like a student.
That's true.
Man, we having a good time as always. We're going to get to Miss Halfacre here in just a second. We got A-Town. What up, A?
Doing well, feeling good.
Well, look at that boy. It came in strong, didn't he?
As always.
Today. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't mean to come at you like that. How we doing on the poll question? Do we have a poll question today?
We do.
What do we have?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, which upset really shocked you? Drake over Missouri, McNeese over Clemson, Creighton over Louisville, or Arkansas over Kansas. And 50% of people said McNeese over Clemson.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, like I said earlier, we have Elizabeth City State Takeover today, University Takeover today, and we're going to be talking all things Elizabeth City State University. And now we have joining us on the show Ms. Orlinda Halfacre, who is the Director of Admissions for Elizabeth City State University. How you doing, Ms. Halfacre? How you doing?
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now this sounds like one of them scary jobs, Director of Admissions.
Right.
Should I be afraid of the Director of Admissions?
Because I'm wondering, they can bring you in, but they can also
put you out. But you just do incoming, right? You don't give
Which
people the boot, do you?
I'm bringing them in.
You're bringing them in.
I'm bringing them
in.
in.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. So, talking about Elizabeth City State, you're talking about admissions. You guys are here full of blueprint. You guys are here recruiting. Talk about admissions, the admissions process, because a lot of people that are listening probably think and they hear admissions, and if you really haven't been involved in it, in their first time college student, first time in this family, this admissions seems like a foreign entity to them. Talk about the admissions process and how they should get started.
The admission process at Elizabeth City State University is not scary at all. We are here to assist our students.
Good.
If a student is listening and they're ready to apply today, go to ecsu.edu/admissions.
She's selling.
And if you're listening today, I will waive your application fee. So I want you to apply today. ecsu.edu/apply. Once we have your application, the only other thing we'll need is your official transcript.
Okay, where do I get that? Where do I get my official transcript?
You will get that from your school counselor if you're a high school student, or just go back to the school and they'll get it to us.
All right, okay.
Wow, we are talking to Miss Alinda Halfacre, who is the admissions director at ECSU. So when you think about your applicants, what's the most important factors that you consider when you're selecting a student?
And selecting the students, if you're a freshman student, the minimum GPA is a 2.5. And so you meet that as well as our minimum course requirements. And if you're a transfer student, 24 transferable credits and a 2.0 GPA.
Okay.
Transfer. So say a lot of people, like especially in this area, I've heard, people go to community colleges, Wake Tech and others, they start there first. And then they want to transfer to Elizabeth City State University. They understand where they want to go. They want to get an aviation program, emergency sciences, what have you. So that transfer process would apply to them essentially.
Absolutely. And all we would need is that, and then we would evaluate the credits once we receive their transcripts.
Okay, so say I'm still a little nervous and I come out to the blueprint. Can you help me if I come out to the
Oh, yes. At our blueprint, our staff and faculty will be waiting to assist our students. You can apply on the spot. There'll be computers there.
Oh, wow.
You apply, bring your official transcript, and we are doing on-site admissions. So right then and there, your transcript will be reviewed, and we'll let you know that you're admitted to Elizabeth City State University.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit. That's a great segue into what is the blueprint? Is that part of your main, one of your strategies to recruit students and where you're going to be? And you just talked about what they needed to do.
Yes. Elizabeth City State University is here in Raleigh for the takeover. And so we'll be at the Life Enrichment Center on tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m., and that address is 3805 Tar Heel Road. And when you come in, you'll be able to meet our chancellor, our staff from different departments. You'll be able to get assistance with orientation, signing up. You'll be able to get assistance with the FAFSA, so for financial aid. So it's a one-stop shop, but we've taken it on the road.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I like that. Get money too.
Get money, yes.
Get money too. So so now let's just talk. Shop a little bit.
Okay.
So being a part of admissions, like what are some of the pitfalls and some of the things that people should really, especially incoming freshmen or students, parents that are listening, what are some of the things they could try to avoid or try to make sure that they're prepared for? You just talked about, enrolling. I mean, not just enrolling, but you just talked about making sure that you get your transcript and all of those things. What are some of the other things that they should be cognizant of when they're thinking about, say you're a junior now in high school and you're thinking about wanting to, go to Elizabeth City State University? What are some of the things they should be thinking about to make sure they're prepared for next year?
To make sure they're prepared is to ensure they have all the minimum course requirements.
Yeah.
And if they don't have it, they may be able to still get that in. If you're earlier on, you can still get that in, and you may be able to take some courses over the summer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That is awesome. Can you talk more about if I want to enroll, but I don't, I'm not going to be able to be on campus? So talk about online or any hybrid.
And so we do have online programs that are available. We do have certificate programs are available. Okay. You can do emergency management. You can do interdisciplinary studies. So from right here in your own home, you'd be able to take online classes.
That's great. So much to offer.
So much to offer.
So much to offer. So is that process the same for just online students and the like? Is that process still the same? They go through I guess they go to the to you guys' site and go to the Office of Admissions and do the same process.
It is the same process for online and on campus students.
Okay. What's been the most interesting part about your job as you look back on? You've been at 2013?
2013.
What's been probably the most interesting part of your job?
The most interesting part of my job, which brought me there, is because I was a first-generation student.
Okay.
And when I came in, someone was there to help me. And so after being in the military and coming back coming back home, I wanted to be in a position to help other people to find out the information about how easy it is to get into Elizabeth City State University and all of the resources. And so that's why I'm at ECSU.
So you were actually serving in the military and coming back, and you were still apprehensive about the process.
No, not apprehensive at all. But because someone helped me, I wanted to ensure that I get into a space that I can help someone else.
Okay.
And so I wanted to be able to pay it forward to help other families.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Talk about that experience, though, what it made you feel like, knowing somebody was there to help you, though.
I was like I said, I was first generation, so I was very apprehensive.
Yeah.
But when I got to Elizabeth City State University, there were staff and faculty that were in place that made me feel at home.
Wow.
I mean, and I didn't know them, but they made me immediately feel at home. And so I wanted to ensure that I was a part of that family environment for generations to come.
Nice.
Wow. So talk to us. We'll stay there and have you talk to us about a moment where, you're talking to one of your students or they came back and talked to you where you felt like, oh, wow, I did exactly. I'm where where not only where you want to be, but you're there on purpose. But now you have given back and they've come to you and gave you a story about how you helped them.
The most rewarding actually starts at graduation. I cry every single graduation because these are the people that I brought in. And now, they came to discover, and now they're leaving and conquering, going out into the world. And so I cry every time. That means a lot to me. And to hear from them, I've done this and I've done that. I am so proud of them, just like I would be my own child, because over time we become a family with that family environment, and we have small class sizes. And so they're able to get the love and attention that they need.
That's awesome.
Last question before we let you get out of here, we get on to some of your colleagues. Talk about this readmitting students, right? For students that, started, something happened, family, whatever, and they want to get back to school. They want to go back to school. Talk about that process for that type of student.
For our readmit students, they may have, it could have been 20 years ago, but now they've decided, I'm going to come back and I'm going to get that credential. And so they would just apply the same way, ecsu.edu/apply.
Right.
They would just go and apply. If they've attended anywhere else, they give us that transcript. But it's just that easy. It's just that simple.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I guess nobody has an excuse.
There is no excuse.
There is no excuse.
She already said she's going to do it for free.
No application fee today. Or this weekend.
No application fee tomorrow at the Blueprint, which is at the Life Enrichment Center, 3805 Tar Heel Road.
They're going to find you. Don't you worry.
Right. Okay. Which is a part on the campus of Wake Chapel Church. So
that's right. So don't you worry. Well, Ms. Halfacre, it's been a pleasure having you on. And you know what? The most interesting thing about this interview, what we just did, is just hearing you tell your personal testimony, personal story about how Elizabeth City State University was there for you. They helped you. And now you're sitting in a place where you can actually return that and do the same thing for others. So congratulations. You guys do wonderful work down there. I've been down there many times. Looking forward to coming many more. So it's a pleasure being able to talk to you this morning.
It's been a pleasure. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom, what do you have for us?
Hey there, Sports Shop listeners. It's time to step up our game for the Durham Public Schools Foundation. We're shining the spotlight on this incredible nonprofit dedicated to ensuring every student in DPS thrives thanks to the power of our United community. You can make a big play by donating or volunteering. Your support is a game changer our students need, helping to provide the resources and opportunities they deserve. Take action today by visiting bullcityschools.org. Whether you're giving a little or giving a lot, sign up to volunteer or spreading the word, you're making a difference. Together we can achieve amazing things for our students. Durham Public Schools Foundation and Sports Shop listeners, let's team up for our kids.
Man, we're going to continue this process. We're going to continue this takeover for Elizabeth City State University, supporting their Blueprint effort. This weekend, they're going to be here. They're going to be on the campus of, Wake Chapel?
Wake Chapel Church, yes.
Wake Chapel Church right here in Raleigh. Everything you need to be admitted, to be a full-time, to be a part-time, to be an online, be a returning student, whatever, you can get done this weekend.
And you got the chat is live on our YouTube, and a couple people are like, this sounds so good. They're ready to drive down, but they don't have to. They just got to come on over to the Wake Chapel Church.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I got to find a program we can put you in, Pam. We got to put you in one of the programs.
I'm going to be looking into this.
We're going to find one to put you in. So, man, when we come back, we're going to continue this process. We got so many more people to talk to. We're going to talk to basketball, football, the athletics department, the AD. We got tons of people to talk to. We got tons to talk about next on the Sports Shop. Let's go.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
We're in the middle of the madness.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, counted in the foul. Carolina can get within 6.
From the first four to the national championship.
R.J. Davis swishes it home. That one rainbowed up and through.
All the hoops action will be heard here.
Lubin gets the rebound and hammers it home.
The road to San Antonio is driven by Bailey's Fine Jewelry, Fairway Green, and First Horizon Bank. 99.9 The Fan, the Triangle Sports Leader.
If you are interested in your student and student athlete receiving a scholarship to college, Prime Time Scouting is the company for you. This is Coach Ellis of Prime Time Scouting. We don't sell anything, we offer service. We are looking for those who are looking for us. Guaranteed scholarships with a money-back guarantee. Internships. Relationships with all the divisions, 3, 2, 1, NAIA, HBCUs, and so forth, and also prep schools. Vetting the schools and coaches. Academic aid. Discounts on services like training, tutoring, and film. Help with the transfer portal, and also it's a lifetime commitment. The Sports Shop, Reese and Kmac, plus Primetime Scouting 55. That is your promo code that lets us know they found you for us. We offer service. We don't sell anything. Let us help you.
Check out Coach Ellis and Primetime Scouting at primetimescouting.com.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Organize easy. Organize tough. Customize your work truck or van with upfit solutions from Van Products. Steel and aluminum shelving, toolboxes, data files, cabinets, drawers, conduit carriers, ladder racks, everything safe and secure. Everything built as unbreakable as you by Adrian Steel. Backed by the best warranty in the business. 3 years, 36,000 miles. Everything custom installed by Van Products so you know it's done right. From a single work rig to a fleet, choose custom installed upfit solutions from Van Products.
Hi, this is Phil Ford. Did you know that Alsco invented the restaurant uniform rental industry? Alsco offers a wide variety of chefware for any type of restaurant. From fine dining to fast casual, we can outfit your staff in chef coats, cook shirts, and pants. Not only that, but we can clean and press them every week to ensure your staff looks as good as your food. Call 800-408-0208 or visit alsco.com. That is ALSCO.com to learn more.
This is Kmac. You're tuned into the Sports Shop, where we go beyond the game and delve into the heart of what truly matters. It's time to talk about men's mental health. We're a community with a way of life that brings together family, friends, and fans to discuss the thrill of the big game. But life is about more than just sports. We recognize that every day men engage in various activities that form the fabric of their lives. Whether it's in the barbershop, the salon, or the cigar lounge, these are places where conversations flow freely, friendships are forged, and bonds are strengthened. Today, we want to remind all men out there that it's okay to talk about more than just the game. Your mental health matters. We understand that life can throw curveballs, and sometimes pressure can become overwhelming. It's important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health, don't hesitate to reach out. There are resources available to provide support, guidance, and understanding. This is the Sports Shop, reminding you that your mental health is just as important as a game-winning touchdown or shot. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Your mental health matters. Let's go.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
You were supposed to get a colon cancer screening, but stuff came up.
We did have to pick up the twins from practice.
But on the way, we hit a giant pothole.
If you are 45 and older, don't let butt stuff get in the way of your screening. Visit the Colorectal Cancer Alliance at ccalliance.org.
This hour of Buzz Sports Radio is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, Injury Lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
They score!
Now back to the Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac on Buzz Sports Radio and WRL Sports Plus TV.
Do you remember? Go, here we go. My favorite group in the whole wide world. Clouds away. Man, we're getting in big time. Doesn't hurt to start your morning off with Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's always a good look when you do that.
Does not hurt. It does not.
Welcome back to the Sports Shop. We're getting in big time. Unbelievable day. Incredible day, man. With Earth, Wind, and Fire. And it's Friday. But guess what? More importantly, it's ECSU TAKEOVER.
TAKEOVER.
They took over the doggone studio, all the content. I mean, we had to get permission to come in.
Look, mind if I get a chance?
Yeah. Can we say something today about anything else other than ECSU? Today is not that day because we always decided to be rocking with Elizabeth City State University. Man, this is our third time doing this, and we always have some great guests here on the show. It's incredible, and we're going to keep this party going. Aviation is a big, huge part of ECSU.
I call it the gym.
I'm talking about, and it's one of very few schools in the nation that's focused on this. And we got a guy that's been there for a minute, but he has put all his energy in really bringing ECSU to the forefront, Kmac.
Yeah.
For aviation. And so happy to have Dr. Rawat here. And he's gonna be rocking with us, man. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here, man.
Thank you.
He was telling me some things off air before we came on. I was just like, I was even more impressed. I was even more impressed. I was like, wow, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about just the orientation of getting aviation really at the forefront, particularly for ECSU.
Yeah.
And how did that happen?
Yeah, definitely. Let me start by first saying that ECSU is taking over the skies.
Okay, there you go.
Through its unique aviation program, we are taking over the skies. Not only just the state of North Carolina, but the entire sky.
Yeah.
With our 371 students and 19 airplanes. Did you guys know?
How many airplanes?
19.
Wow.
Did you know that we had 19 airplanes?
I did not know that.
Fully operated by ECSU.
I didn't know.
Can we borrow one?
Put the sports shop on the side of one. I need a ride to San Antonio in about a week.
We try to get to the Final Four, so maybe we can take one of those planes down there, man.
I need a ride to San Antonio in about a week.
And I can tell you, all those 19 aircraft are so busy, you will never see them on the ground.
Really?
Always flying. Yeah, that's right. 7 days a week.
Seriously?
7 days a week.
Man, that's you know what? Yeah, let's have this conversation. I want to talk about all of these. So, talking about the aviation program, at Elizabeth City State University. So, we'll start with real basic. So, people that want to, that aspire to be a pilot, that aspire to be in the space of the industry, how should they get started? And they may be interested, they may have a passion for it, but they really don't know. What the steps are, what they should do first.
Yeah, sure. So, at ECSU, we are not only training college students, we start them early. Okay. We actually have a lot of middle school and high school programs.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, take advantage of those opportunities. We provide programs funded through FAA, NCDOT, Federal Highway Administration. We run a Transportation Institute. And every year, 50 to 60 students take part in that program.
Okay.
So they can come to ECSU, they can get familiar with, what to expect. And that's 2-week period, they tend to see everything they will be learning in next 4 years. Nice. So that gives them an opportunity, gives them a leg up even before they come to the college. Also, ECSU has what is called as a 40-foot mobile lab. aviation school in a bus.
Really?
That can go to any county, any school. You invite us, we'll be there, and we will show you the technology that is required for you to get into aviation early on.
That's nice.
We can come to any event. So that's how the student will start. The most important thing for student is to have passion for aviation.
Okay.
Because when you come to ECSU, we can give you the knowledge and skills. We can give you the certification.
Right.
We can put you on that career path to go to the airlines. But you need to have the passion. Once you have the passion, we'll work with you.
Man, this is incredible conversation about aviation. And when I think about aviation, it has various forms to it. And talk about the different, if you will, areas of aviation that you guys focus on, if you will.
Yes. So at ECSU, we focus on 3 areas. So when student comes to ECSU for aviation, they can take the pilot track, the professional pilot, where they can become pilot, go to airlines. They can also become aviation managers. We need people to manage aviation businesses. We need people to manage airports. We need people to manage airlines.
Yeah.
All the aspects of the operation of the aviation industry. Aviation management. Then we also have air traffic control as part of our professional aeronautics. You know how important the air traffic control is.
Oh yeah, we know. We know a lot about that now. Yeah.
And we are also a CTI school, which is a collegiate training initiative designated by the FAA. So if you come to our program, you are basically following the FAA curriculum, so you can be ready for becoming air traffic controller. In fact, we currently have 2 students, one at Denver and other at Maine, manning the air traffic control there.
Now, Denver is a huge airport.
That's right.
I've been on DIA. I mean, that man. First of all, take your hour to get to the airport from Denver because it's so far out there.
Well, once you get to the airport, the long queue to get you to the chair.
That's exactly. It sits out there by itself. I've been there a couple of times. So, you have a student out there right now.
Denver, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with the airport.
Yeah, with Elizabeth City State University takeover on the sports show today, we're talking about the aviation program with Dr. Rawat. I love his title. What's your official title again?
Dean for the School of Science, Aviation, Health and Technology, and the Director of Aviation Program.
You can't put that on the card. Matter of fact, I think we
got a paragraph.
We had to abbreviate half of it up on the screen.
He got a paragraph. I love it. I just love it. I tease about it. I said, say it again.
He likes to hear you say that, by the way.
I just like to hear him say it.
He really does like to hear you say that.
So, just talking about the aviation program, talk about the different aspects of it. Now let's talk about what makes this program so special. Like you just mentioned that you have the FAA curriculum. So a lot of people have been, and there are a lot of aviation schools all over. Yeah. But let's talk about accreditation. What makes Elizabeth City State University different?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I'm very proud to say that the ECSU Aviation Program is a fully accredited program from the Aviation Accreditation Board International, ABI.
That's awesome.
All right. So we are one of the 45 institutions that has that accreditation worldwide. So that's number one. Second, it takes 1,500 hours to minimum to get to an airline before you become an airline pilot.
Okay.
But if you come to ECSU, because our curriculum is already vetted by the FAA has authorized us that our graduates can become airline pilot for 1,000 hours. Think about it, 1,500 to 1,000 hours. We have a reduction of 100 hours.
What?
That means you can get to airlines quickly.
Wow.
So if you go to a flight school, you have to do 1,500. You come to ECSU because our curriculum, the entire bachelor's degree curriculum, along with our flight training, amounts for 500-hour reduction. Number 3 aspect you talked about is the affordability.
Yeah.
You go to any flight school or any collegiate flight training program in the country, you will end up spending $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. At ECSU, with our NC Promise and affordable flight training, you'll be paying less than half of that.
That's amazing. And as it relates to different schools that focus on in these areas, how many HBCUs are involved in this space?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
So right now, when you talk about just in general aviation, we have around, I would say 12 to 13 HBCUs.
Okay.
But of that, only 6 or 7 have flight training.
Got it.
So they will have some aspect of aviation. Maybe some have technical operation. Maybe they have an aviation management program, maintenance program, systems program like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you talk about just flight training, then we only have around 6 to 7 HBCUs. And ECSU is the largest aviation program among all HBCUs.
Wow.
With 371 students.
That's what I was thinking.
Largest. By far the largest,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Under your leadership, by the way.
Wow.
Well, support from the state and support from the
Chancellor, of course.
Yeah.
he said, there's a lot of people helping now. There's a lot of people helping.
Yeah, it's a collaborative effort, I would say,
Yeah. So, what's next? Where you want to take to? Where we going next? Where's this go?
Well, the next is how we can make sure that everybody in the state of North Carolina, even nationwide, can take advantage of our program, can be in our program.
Oh.
So very soon we will be launching our first satellite or a hub flight training center in Carita County, which is 20 minutes from Elizabeth City.
Yeah, man.
So
Let's talk about that sounds really interesting there.
So what is that?
Yeah.
Well, we are doing groundbreaking next week, March 26th.
Yeah, Dr. Edmonds mentioned that during her initial talk with us.
So we'll be doing that. So that will be our first hub, and then definitely we would like to replicate those hubs all over the state. So making sure that you could be in your area.
And then
still
you go there for flight training.
You go there for flight training and be in our online aviation program. Now, last fall, 2024, we started online aviation.
Okay.
All right. So now it's more accessible, more affordable.
That's really strategically smart because
right.
you could be online going through the curriculum, but you
still
got to
go to the hub.
Yeah, but you don't have to come to ECS. I mean, Liberty City, because there'll be other hubs around the state.
That's right.
At some point
That's
to go
right.
to.
Yeah.
That's
in
really,
each part of the
smart.
state. Each part of the state.
That's smart.
And then we would also be looking into how we can spread across the country because we are online. So you could take our classes from anywhere. So that's what be our next step.
Not only y'all taking over the sports shop, y'all taking over the country.
Well, as I said, taking over the skies. Taking over the skies. Yeah.
I like that.
I love that, man.
That's pretty interesting. So, I always love to ask, since you've been doing this and since you've seen the growth and since you've seen where you guys are going with the hub and now being online, talk about for you personally, the experience that you've had building this program in Elizabeth City State.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great, fantastic experience, working with a lot of people. It's not just me. I work with the department, work with the university leadership. In fact, sometimes even go beyond that and work with the UNC system as well, when it comes to developing this program. So, I can sit here and say that back in, I would say, around 2013, we developed a 5-year strategic plan. Okay. And we laid out everything in that strategic plan, what we need to do. There were a whole lot of steps we have to take before we can get here.
Right.
And, proudly, we have done everything that we laid out in the strategic plan.
Nice.
Okay. And then after that, we started planning for expansion. Now, we got the accreditation, we got the FAA authorization, and we got partnership with all the airlines. Now, listen to this. We have partnership with United, with Delta, with American, Republic, Endeavor Air, you name it. All our students, typically, they are able to, in sophomore year, are able to get a conditional job offer with these airlines.
Man, that is incredible.
Only thing they have to do is complete the degree.
As a sophomore.
As a sophomore. Once they get their private pilot or instrument, depending upon which airline we're talking about, like JetBlue requires them to have an instrument rating. Other airlines require them to have private. They get interviewed, they get a conditional job offer. The only thing they have to do is stay in the program, graduate, and build that 1,000 hours I told you. Wow. And guess what? We help them build 1,000 hours. As soon as they become flight instructors, we hire them back in the program to instruct other students.
Really?
So the students are now graduating with money in the pocket. Only we can say that. Which other program or which other university can say that our students are graduating with money in the pocket?
Wow.
So basically, whatever they spend, they're making it back while instructing other students.
I'm ready to sign up.
I know. I mean,
I'm ready to sign up.
Is there a cap how old you can be? I mean, is there an age limit in there on this pilot thing?
There's no age. Yeah.
I have to wear glasses now.
I was going to say that too.
Can I still qualify? Can I still qualify? That's pretty good.
As long as FAA says you're medically fit, you're fit to fly.
Okay, there you go.
Fit to fly, baby.
Well, I don't know that medically fit thing. I don't know. I've tried that a couple times.
And let's not forget, if you think you're not able to fly, as I mentioned, we have other areas too.
That's right.
We have drones. What about drones?
Drones is interesting.
Dr. Ross said, no, don't leave.
Don't leave. Come on back. We got something for you. We have something for you, my friend.
Don't leave. Come on back.
But this is serious. I think this is one of the leading branding opportunities, I think, for, of course, ECSU does a lot of things. But when I think about ECSU and what you can lean into, the aviation program is definitely it, man. I mean, I think you've done unbelievable job, and I think the momentum it's headed
in the right direction.
In the right direction through the roof. Because again, aviation, you talk about it, man. It's like, really, we could do that down at ECSU. Yeah, you could do it right down there, man.
But and also the way you bring it, you're thinking about ways to bring it to other people.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Because you have a gym, you have something special, and you're saying, you know what? How do we get this to other people?
Yeah.
You understand the limitations of everyone trying to get to Elizabeth City State University. You say, you know what? Maybe there's a way we can bring this.
We're gonna bring it to them. We're gonna do it online. Then we're gonna create these hubs around the state where they physically go and fly planes. That's really thought.
Also, just to add to that, also put aviation programs in the high schools. So that's our next strategy. We're putting aviation programs in the high schools.
Like I said, they take it over the studio and they take it over aviation. Hey, man.
We better get in line.
We better get in line for real, man.
Take it over the skies.
I know, take it over the skies. We really appreciate you always. Thank you for your knowledge. DR Reese Kmac and ECSU is in the building, and we're going to keep it going, man. We got so much on the side. Sports Shop, Reese Kmac.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
Kevin Keats fired as head coach of the NC State men's basketball team. Regardless of what you think of Coach Keats, good coach, bad coach, indifferent, the next coach, their success relies on better financial support. NC State just hasn't had the NIL funds to compete for an ACC championship every year, and that has to change.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Hey, what do you say? John Forsland here for my friends at Buffalo Brothers. It's hockey season, baby. I live and work on both coasts, and here's the deal. There's nothing like Buffalo Brothers. The best wings on the planet and a great place to watch all the big games. Visit all 5 Triangle locations for great specials, including half-price pizzas Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6, and $6 Jamesons on Sunday. Dine in, carry out. BuffBrothers.com. Aw, man, now I want wings.
The law offices of Gregory and R. Williams, PLLC, is here to serve your legal needs in the areas of personal injury, estate planning, civil litigation, and traffic matters. Whether you were injured through no fault of your own in an auto accident, or if you need to complete or update your will, your power of attorney, living will, or a trust, or if you're injured through breach of contract, contact GRW Law, where we protect the injured and counsel the unsure. You can reach us at 919-282-4696, or you can visit us on the web at grw-law.com.
Things are just better when you switch to Cricket. The sun shines a little brighter. Happy music starts randomly playing. Best of all, you can get iPhone 13 for just $29.99. With the ultra-bright Super Retina display and up to 19 hours of video playback, all on Cricket's super-fast 5G network. See? Isn't that better? Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new account and port in on $60 plan. First service charge, tax to its sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here?
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Jason Horowitz here with another NCAA tournament schedule preview. More first-round action coming up today, including the remaining 2 1 seeds to start. Duke and Florida getting their title missions underway. Plus, great matchups like the 2-time defending champion UConn Huskies taking on Oklahoma, and 28-win St. Mary's from the West Coast Conference against Vanderbilt from the SEC. Stay tuned for all the game action and scores with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament right here.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Will you make the right call? Time's running out, pressure's on, and you need your roof replaced. Hi, I'm Holly from RoofWorks. It's 4th and goal, and the decision's in your hands. The competition can't stop you. You're about to score the game winner. We've trained for years for this moment to raise the roof for you. So avoid the noise and put us in the game. Call RoofWorks today or visit us online at roofworks.com. That's roof, WERKS.com.
To some, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much, but that's not true. They're testing out vowels and consonants and trying different sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on meaning, especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to protect people's health, to preserve magnificent places and wildlife, and to combat climate change. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the Earth needs a good lawyer.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Getting hurt in a car wreck comes with all kinds of stress and frustration. But when you call me, I'll be on top of all of it. So all you need to worry about is getting better. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
Your home for the Durham Bulls. WCMC HD2 HD3 Holly Springs, WDNC AM Durham, and WCLY AM Raleigh. The Buzz.
I'm WRAL meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the Weather Center. It's breezy and chilly out there this morning. A jacket or a coat will feel good. We don't even climb to 50 degrees until closer to lunchtime. And then 63, the high this afternoon. It does stay breezy, but we'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. 43 tonight, but 73 for tomorrow. And we'll see highs in the low to mid 70s again on Sunday as well.
As always, you can visit the Sports Shop website, thesportshopradio.com, to catch up on all things Sports Shop. Help put together by our friends at Creative Allies. Creative Allies believes that everyone deserves great marketing, no matter your budget. The team at Creative Allies can help you with everything digital. That means a logo design or a new website. If you're a small business owner who needs a little help with marketing, you should reach out. Visit creativeallies.com or send an email to marketing@creativeallies.com.
Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else.
Come on, man.
All you got to do now.
Let's do what we do.
Express yourself.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. The Sports Shop is Kmac. Doing what we do.
Whatever you do.
Each and every day. We rock it out as always. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's funky. It's Takeover Friday. That's what it is. It's Takeover Friday.
Takeover.
We got the firm, Pam Thompson-Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
Where you been? You been hiding today. You been in and out all day. I'm watching. I got
We
my
have
own.
guests. We're hosting.
You guess you over there shopping. I see what you be doing, Pam. You ain't fooling nobody. We having a good time, man. Elizabeth City State University Takeover Day. We are going to be talking some more about Elizabeth City State University. We're going to be talking some athletics now, so we're going to get that party started in just a second. A-Town, what do you have for me, my friend? What you got back there?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, which upset really shocked you? Drake over Missouri, McNeese over Clemson, Creighton over Louisville, or Arkansas over Kansas? And 50% are still saying McNeese over Clemson.
Wow. Okay. Ain't no shock to me. Clemson got big feet. They slow. I knew they wasn't going to win that game. I knew they wasn't going to win that game. I just didn't think McNeese was that good, though. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But like I said, Elizabeth City State University Takeover Day. We're here for the Blueprint this weekend, by the way. Where's the Blueprint going to be, Pam?
It's going to be at Wake Chapel Church.
Wake Chapel Church.
Yes, in their business center.
Business center, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. Joining us right now, we have the women's basketball coach, head basketball coach, Ms. Ebony Tanner, joining us. How you doing, Coach?
Good morning.
You stand out. You look. Coach came in like she like I don't want. No, Coach, we're gonna talk about some women's basketball today.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna do. So it's all good. So real quickly, I want to get it started. So how long have you been coaching at Elizabeth City State University? Hey. Mm-hmm.
Wow, just your first season. So tell us, what attracted you to Elizabeth City?
Wow, have you seen our campus? It is beautiful and it's forever growing. That is what attracted me to Elizabeth City State University. The facilities, the people. I'm thankful for A.D. DeBose, who brought me on and believed in my vision. I'm thankful for Chancellor Edmonds and how much she supports us and our program. So there's so many great things about Elizabeth City State. I think we offer great facilities to our students. The way they live, the way they eat, there's many things that keep our students happy.
That's awesome.
Well, she says here she's a Garner native.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever read that somewhere.
Ever? No, you absolutely have had to.
A Garner native? Why can't you be a Raleigh native? You got to be a Garner native, I'll tell you, but it's all good.
It's okay.
It's all good.
And I think you have a few up-and-coming college basketball players yourself in your household.
I do, but theirs are going to say Raleigh native. Theirs going to say Raleigh native. But yes, my oldest plays at South Garner here, so she's still repping Garner there, and I have 2 more that play as well. So
that's awesome.
They'll be coming up.
Wow. So we're talking to the head basketball coach for the women's basketball team for Elizabeth City State University, Miss Ebony Tanner, and just talking about building the program. Talk to us about how you want to build the program and, the steps that because we've only been there this year, that you want to take and what we can expect for what you bring to build women's basketball at Elizabeth City State University.
Absolutely. This is a huge recruiting year for us. We're absolutely in a rebuild, bringing back – I have 6 returners from this past year's team. So we're actually building a whole new team. And when we're looking to build, we're looking for good character people. You not only need to be great athletes on the floor, you need to be student athletes. You need to be really big in your community because as we build this culture around Elizabeth City State, we have an image we want to have, and we want to make sure that those student athletes that we bring in fulfill our vision. And that vision is being great in the classroom. That vision is winning championships and hanging banners. And that's what we're working on right now.
Coach says she winning banners.
Winning banners.
Coach says she hanging banners. She hanging banners. That's what she's supposed to do. So as you're recruiting and you're starting this process, like I said, you've been there a year now, and going around, you're starting to recruit. What's probably, I guess, the most frequent question you're getting from a lot of recruits now?
Well, in this day and age, it's kind of, what can you give me, right?
That's the most frequent request.
Right, that's the request. And, the biggest thing is we give you an opportunity. We give you an education. And that's that we offer now. I mean, but that is the biggest question. What I know for sure is that if I'm recruiting your daughter, if I'm recruiting your student athlete, once I get her on campus, it's a done deal.
I like it.
Wow. Well, talk to us about your first season here at Elizabeth City State University.
My first season, we struggled. We honestly struggled, but we're in the middle of rebuilding, trying to put all the pieces back together off of a great run the past 3 years. They've won a championship. They played in championship games, and it's our job to return them to that glory.
That's right.
And that's our mission right now.
So as you bring in, you mentioned that you have 6 returning, so you're going to bring in an awful lot of new students and athletes. What do you do, or how will you do to build that camaraderie together and that unity with a bunch of new teammates?
Thankfully, we offer on-campus summer school this summer, so we'll come back in June, the end of June, and we'll start building from there. We'll start team building. We'll start spending time together. We'll start getting to know each other. That way they'll know each other before we get into the grind of the season where we've built a foundation. So during that summertime, we'll have an opportunity to build a foundation.
That's great.
Let's build a foundation. You know what that means, Pam?
What does that mean?
She's going to make people run.
That's
what they always say.
That's
what they always say. Oh, this is going to be our team building. It's going to be our foundation. We're going to run your ass to death. That's what that means. That's what they're going to be doing. I know Coach speak when I hear it.
Dress it up a little bit.
I know Coach speak when I hear it. We gonna team build. No, we're going to run. We're going to run. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run. So talk about the X's and O's in women's basketball. Because, we talked about it yesterday with Dr. Stroman. She came on. We did a NCAA show yesterday, and we talked about the change in women's basketball. It looks a little bit different. It's a little faster. The women seem a little more athletic. Talk about the X's and O's and the changes we're starting to see in the game of women's basketball.
For a while, people would say, I watch the women's game because for those reasons, it's slower, it's more fundamental basketball.
Right.
What's happened in our game now is our players have gotten smarter, right? They've watched and they've learned from watching the game more, I say, than ever before. And that platform of women's basketball selling out stadiums and being on TV more, now they're able to watch it more. And the biggest thing you can do is impersonate. So now I'm watching what the guys are doing and we're moving faster. We're getting our offense started earlier. So all those things are, I would say, coming from more exposure of the game.
Okay, Coach.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the things that we talk about a lot when we're talking to coaches is coach development. And it was a time when you could really coach up a player. Now it can be a little bit more challenging. If you don't, like you said, give me what I need, or if I don't get the same playing time, they have more choices to go. They can jump in a portal. So how do you overcome those challenges with personal development of your athletes?
It's about continuing to recruit your kids, right? So we put in all this time of recruiting right now. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your mom or your cousin, your sister, your brother. We can't stop recruiting once we get them on campus. So we have to continue to build upon those relationships once they're on campus because, like you say, the portal is open, right? Yeah. So you have to be conscious of continually to recruit your student athletes because we don't want them to get them to Elizabeth City State and then leave, right? We want them to be there. We want to graduate them, and we want to celebrate in May their accomplishments, not only on the court but also in the classroom.
Awesome.
Coach said we want to celebrate. I'm not mad. So who's your top recruit you going after right now?
Oh, the ops is out. What are you doing?
She can't tell.
Wait, no.
Hey, look. I had to try. I had to try. Look, man, I had to try. Let me see what you're going to say. I had to try. So, look.
She said, you won't catch me.
Hey, look, Pam. That tells me she know who it is.
She actually kind of got excited.
Yeah,
she talked about that light, earlier when that light came on.
She thought, she said, oh, I can't tell you that.
I wish I could, because just wait and see.
I tell you what, just show us. How about that?
I like that.
Just show us. Just show us, man. We're talking to head basketball coach Ebony Tanner from Elizabeth City State University for the women's team. Congratulations, getting started. Looks like you have the right vision, like you have the right temperament, and I'm sure your AD is excited to have you because he's a ball of excitement himself.
Absolutely.
He's a ball of excitement himself.
Good morning, AD. Good morning.
So congratulations, man.
Thank you.
We got A-Town. A-Town, what do you got for me, man?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, which upset really shocked you? Drake over Missouri, McNeese over Clemson, Creighton over Louisville, or Arkansas over Kansas. And 50% of people are saying McNeese over Clemson.
All right, man. Look, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities. Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
Kevin Keatts fired as head coach of the NC State men's basketball team. Regardless of what you think of Coach Keatts, good coach, bad coach, indifferent, the next coach, their success relies on better financial support. NC State just hasn't had the NIL funds to compete for an ACC championship every year, and that has to change.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Hey, man, been to Sharky's lately?
Yeah, man, I was there last night with you.
Oh, yeah. The wings and the burgers are killer. They have so many beers it's hard to choose, you know?
I know. They got trivia on Tuesdays and luck of the draw darts on Sunday, man. I love them both.
Yeah, I love that place, man.
You know what, man? I think Sharky's may be the best bar in the world.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. Let's go grab a beer.
Sharky's at the corner of Delta Lake Drive and Durley Road. Open 7 days a week.
Happy New Year to all cigar smokers of the Triangle. This is Stevie from the Cigar Box in Cary, and I'm going to start the new year off with a bang. This is the news that you have all been waiting for in what seems like forever. Are you sitting? The Cigar Box Lounge is complete and ready to rock and roll. If that's not enough, then brace yourself for this. The bar is open and ready to serve. That's right, we now are approved to serve alcohol, beer, wine, and anything that comes in a bottle and is legal. This now makes the Cigar Box the only major cigar lounge in the Triangle with the largest and most complete line of cigars as well as spirits. If this doesn't get you excited, imagine how I feel. When I started this project, I had hair and 2 good knees. Now I'm bald with 2 knee replacements. If you haven't been to the Cigar Box yet, we are at the corner of High House and 55 in Cary. If you have been to the Cigar Box, then drive on over, and if I'm there, say you heard this ad and I just may buy you a drink. So get your butts on down and always remember the Cigar Box, where the customer comes first.
It's time to get that brand new Buick you've been wanting. It's the Buick Savings Event at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC in Sanford. Up to $3,000 in discounts are available on all remaining Buicks. Plus, a GM purchase allowance and 0.9% financing is available for 36 months. All topped off with deferred monthly payments for 90 days. See dealer for full details. Buick, exceptional by design. Hurry to Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC in Sanford or online at wilkinsoncars.com.
Pam Thompson-Smith, and we are with Dr. Stroman. So tell us, Dr. Stroman, what are you up to in the new year?
I'm excited. I'm fired up about Race Reality's Costa, as in I am encouraging men of color to go to Costa Rica for a leadership immersion like no other. Well, it starts with thinking about your purpose and where you're going, where you've been, but also being in a space where men are learning and sharing with one another. Everything from faith to family to business to relationship to money, all of those things. I think going to Costa Rica, the magical place of healing, because we are going to have some fun now, but I just have amazing facilitators, licensed therapists, leaders in their professions, and we're going to guide and we're going to coach. I'm encouraging everyone to go to racerealities.com to check us out. We've got 2 retreats this year in May and in October. Yes, let's do it. Lead, liberate, and love.
Hi, I'm Earl Reese with the S, here to discuss a topic that literally is near and dear to my heart. About 5 years ago, I underwent heart bypass surgery to remove blockages and improve my overall cardiovascular health. My experience highlights the importance of heart health, and I wanted to list my top 10 steps we can all take to protect our hearts. Number 1, stay active. Number 2, eat a balanced diet. Number 3, quit smoking. Number 4, manage stress. Number 5, monitor your health. Number 6, maintain a healthy weight. Number 7, limit your alcohol intake. Number 8, get enough sleep. Number 9, stay hydrated. Number 10, know the signs: chest pains, shortness of breath, and dizziness, and seek medical attention if you experience any of these symptoms. My personal story is a reminder of the importance of heart health. By taking proactive steps, we can all work towards a healthier heart and a longer, more fulfilling life. Let's go.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Workers' comp can be tricky, but my law firm will be on top of all the complicated paperwork and sneaky deadlines so that all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. If you've been hurt on the job, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
In World War I, American fighter pilots covering a plane's rear position coined the phrase, "I've got your six," to mean I've got your back. Through their service, veterans have our backs. Now we should have theirs. Learn more at gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and Kmac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
Tune in, feel the rhythm, it's a brand new day. The Sports Shop Radio, hear what they say. From Raleigh to Durham, bringing the heat, urban talk where the streets and the athletes meet. Passion and energy flowing through the air. Talking stats, players, making sports a fair share. From hoops to football, every game on the line.
You trying to get a Grammy. He going for the Grammy.
We were. The Sports Shop
What you're hearing is the Grammy nominated. I know. The Sports Shop. You're going to hear it all the time now.
Let's take this ride.
Let's take this ride, people.
Hear the stories unfold.
Hear the stories.
Voices of the players, their journeys told.
Wow,
From the court
man.
to the field.
Welcome back.
Legends in
Welcome
the
back to
making
the
in
Sports
this
Shop.
urban
The Sports
space.
Shop, Reese and Kmac.
Passions never fake.
On this fantastic, fun, funky Friday. But more importantly, you know what the day is?
What is it, Kmac?
It's Takeover Friday.
It is Takeover Friday,
It's Takeover
man.
Friday. Elizabeth City State University Takeover. Their blueprint is in town.
That's right. Blueprint's tomorrow.
I like that phrase though. The blueprint.
Yeah, they going for it, man. They serious.
Man, that's pretty cool. Well, this song is all right with me. I can hear this on every rejoin. Okay, not every rejoin.
I mean, but at least twice a show, though.
At least twice a show.
At least once in the first hour, anytime, once in the second hour.
Man, he been talking Harry Loud, trying to get his plays.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's shopping it all over the country. He's shopping it all over the country.
That's what Larry.
I'm gonna tell Harry to put on Urban Insight. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm working on.
He's shopping it all
That's
over the
what
country.
Harry does. He moves you from,
man.
64, like 64 teams to number one.
It's going up like a bullet.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
We having a good time.
Yeah.
Hey, Town, real quickly, man, before we go to our guests, who do you have on? What do you have on the poll question?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, which upset really shocked you? Drake over Missouri, McNeese over Clemson, Creighton over Louisville, or Arkansas over Kansas. And 53% of people say McNeese over Clemson.
Okay, all right.
Well, that makes sense.
Sounds good.
And the coaches will be down the street from us as soon as they lose, which will probably be the next game. But you never know. You never know.
That might have been the motivating factor.
My price will go up if I was him.
Hey, look, don't put that on that man.
Yeah,
don't put that on that man. Don't put that loss on that man like
Hey, what'd
that.
be funny? They have such a success. He said, "I think I'm gonna stay at McNeese State, and I'm not coming to NC State."
Long the checklist.
Loan the checklist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Who we got next? Who we got next?
Man, we rocking and rolling, man, and they're coming in virtually. Of course, a guy is no stranger to our show. He's actually been on our show a couple of times. Coach Adrian Jones, who is now the new head football coach of ECSU Viking football, man. Coach Jones, good morning. How you doing, brother?
Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Oh, man. And also, man, we got Coach John Richardson, who heads up the basketball team, man, rocking with us as well. And he is on the Sports Shop for the first time. Good morning, Coach Richardson. How you doing?
Coach,
okay.
Coach still typing. He got his own.
How you doing, Coach? Okay.
I think he can hear.
I'm not sure Coach can hear us. Let's bring Coach down A-Town until we figure out what's going on with that. We're going to ride with Coach Jones, man.
Coach Jones.
NCCU, coming out there, the Southern High School, man, getting it in. Coach, let's talk about what you've been doing, man, since you've been down east, man. What's been going on?
Hey man, it ain't been no secret. We've been recruiting our butts off, man. Trying to change this program around.
Outstanding. Coach, getting there, talking about making an immediate impact. You're talking about changing the program and being able to bring a certain, a certain vibe. Because I understand what you did at Southern. That's not a question.
And that's Shaw too.
Yeah, Shaw too. Because I know what you could do. Talk about, what's the first thing you want to instill in that program out of Elizabeth City State?
That competitive edge, that's the biggest thing. And we got a good football team. I inherited some good guys. We just want to be competitive. Yep. We're not going to talk about that championship, but if we're competitive, we'll be in that championship. So that's the biggest thing, is being competitive and confident.
Right. So when you're out recruiting and you're looking for certain types of players, you want to be competitive. What's some of the things that you're looking for when you're talking to players? Like, we were just talking with Coach Tanner. She said she gets a request every time she gets, because everybody wants to know how much money they can make. But recruiting football now, going out, you talking to these kids. What's one of the first things you look for, though?
Well, it's the character is the biggest thing, and the academic piece, like Coach Tanner said. But as we say, we want some dogs. We want some guys to go out there that's going to hunt and do what we ask them to do, and take on that mentality as their coaches on this coaching staff.
So, Coach John, what is your coaching philosophy when you're talking to me as a recruit?
Well, my biggest philosophy is being family oriented. These kids come from far and near, and they want to feel like they're at home. And so we love on these kids. It's a lot of programs that just want the kid for their athletic ability, but when they step on campus with us, it's actually a true love. It's like a father figure or that favorite uncle. So we want to make sure that they're comfortable and their parents can drop them off, and it's that home away from home.
Yeah, talk about the home away from home and being able to, have that kind of spirit and have that kind of camaraderie. What's probably, as you've been bringing kids to the campus, what's probably one of the things, if anything, one thing that surprised you about their reaction when you bring them to the campus?
Well, when I stepped on campus, I mean, my favorite word for Elizabeth City State University, it's a gold mine. It's a beautiful campus. When they step on campus, people don't realize, I'm able to sit in my office and see a football field. There's a lot of stuff that behind closed doors at Shaw University that I did not have. We didn't have a football field. We practiced at a park.
That's amazing.
True. Actually, those things that you take for granted. But I feel like I'm at Florida State right now.
I mean, Coach,
you took it for granted.
Coach, I have to be honest with you. You said take for granted. That resonates with a lot of people because you assume you're gonna have a field of practice on. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right. So you got to have a little bit of ingenuity and just make things look good. And so now I don't have to make things look good. It's actually there for me to be a successful football coach.
Let's bring in Coach Richardson. Coach, good morning. How you doing,
Good
Coach?
morning.
How's it
Good
going?
morning. How are you all doing?
Oh,
Good.
man, we finally got it happen. Coach, I know you've been hearing something most of this, but let's talk about, obviously, Coach Jones obviously is getting the football program moving and everything. And I know basketball season is over, but it's probably one of the most important part of the season for you, and that's recruiting and trying to get ready for next year. Talk about that, if you will.
No doubt about that. It seems like, yesterday when the fall was kind of the biggest part of the recruiting calendar, but now, right after the season is over for every school in the country, it's all about trying to fill holes in your roster, and in some cases, re-recruiting, as Coach Tanner said, your own players.
Yeah.
And you need everyone on board. It's a critical time with the transfer portal opening on Monday, and you have to have a definitive plan to ensure success for the 25-26 season.
Wow, that's awesome. So this question can actually be for both of you. I was reading articles, ECSU, even the athletics, on the rise. What does that mean for both of you? What excites you most about ECSU athletics right now?
Well, I believe for me, I'm a Viking, and I've seen this thing basically all my life. The way that our university, starting with Chancellor Edmonds, and how ECSU has kind of just morphed into one of the best universities, and not only in the state of North Carolina, but in our country, especially on the HBCU platform. I'm just so excited just hearing the vision of AD DuBose and the things that that he has provided for us, our student athletes, as coaches, our support staff, and coming from Division I, it's looking very, very similar as we navigate through college athletics, and we're starting to evolve in some of the new trends now, even with just strength coaching and having a multiple trainers, and just enlarging our support staff, things that our student athletes and coaches need. So, it's just an exciting time to be at ECSU, it's particularly being a student athlete at ECSU.
Wow.
Awesome. Coach Jones?
It's like Coach said, it's the people around us, it's the whole supporting staff. I think, they welcome me in with open arms. It's a little ways from home, but I am home. I'm excited about being a Viking. The kids, they take on our persona. They're ready to go. Monday will be our start of spring ball, and we're just looking forward to being great each and every day, get 1% better. Just making sure our guys compete and do the things that we supposed to do. But it's the love here. You just feel it in the air. That's one of the reasons why I took the job, because when I stepped on campus, like I said, it felt like one big family.
Outstanding, Coach.
That's nice.
Just following up on that, then we got the portal opening for basketball. Then now you got spring ball starting for football. Just thinking about that, what's the one thing I should look for from this team to let me know that, Coach, you got your stamp on this team?
You're gonna see an exciting offense.
Okay.
I think they average 13 points a game. In this league, I've done my math. If you can go score 21 points or better, you're gonna win at least 5 games. So, that's one of the things that we look at. Coach Hester, my offensive coordinator, did a great job at Shaw University. We were one of the top offenses in the conference. And Coach DC, our defensive coordinator, who was at Elizabeth City last year, is outstanding. Our defense is going to be good, and our defense is going to make us better. So you're going to see a competitive football team.
Okay, man. Coach Hester, that's Kurt Lawson, Tomana. Son. Yeah. So I know him well.
Yep.
And by the way, Coach Jones, I have a couple of years left eligibility. I played wide receiver at Alabama A&M, and I think I can give you at least one play. What you got?
I think you might can give me one play, but we loaded at that wide receiver position, so you might only get one play.
Hey, look, Coach. Hey, look, Coach. You can slide him on down here with me to tight end.
I'm on tight end now.
Come on down.
I'm about a tight end size. You right?
You got a little bit more weight on you now.
Don't worry though. His fingers still crooked.
I know. That's why. He's right, man. We having a great conversation with the guys that's leading the program, and Coach Richards, we always say that athletics is a great recruiting tool for the school.
Front door, front porch.
And your thoughts on that as well?
Well, I believe that athletics is the most visible department on campus, and our department travels. We're basically traveling up and down the East Coast, with our league, with our non-conference schedule, and it's up to us as coaches to make sure that we provide the right product, the best product, so that when we're in restaurants, when we're in airports, when we're all over the country, that people know who ECSU, who we are, and they can identify with us. And so, it's one of those things for and it's exciting, as an alum, to be able to speak our brand. And that's one of the things that I'm excited about as being the caretaker of the program, is that, I'm always biased. And I was in a home last night in Houston, Texas, where, it's personal, very personal with me. I could tell ECSU story backward and forward because I lived it as a student. And so, I want the potential student athletes to be able to live vicariously through my experience because it was great.
That's awesome. So we're talking to Coach Richardson and Coach Jones with ECSU. How are you both intentional with community work for your students off the field and off the court?
Well, that's a great question, and that's more of an obligation to our student athletes. I mean, you have to have the ability to be able to give back, and so many times that gets lost in our business. And so for me personally, there's nothing like going into a school and being able to read to a particular young man or woman that one day want to be just like our student athletes. And so it gives them hope. It gives them a sense of if he can do it or she can do it, then I can do it. And so you take that very seriously. Obviously, winning would take a big piece of that because people want to come out and see who you are, and that's something that we really really take pride in. But the community, especially in Elizabeth City, northeastern North Carolina, our region, we take that very seriously of being able to be just a beacon towards success and having kids in northeastern North Carolina want to be student athletes at Elizabeth City State University.
That's good.
Man, thinking about that, talking about that experience, and a lot of people that are listening right now, they probably hadn't thought about it before. They didn't think so. They're a junior in high school or what have you. They hadn't thought about coming and be a part of the basketball team program or the football program at Elizabeth City State University. What advice would you give them, and what would you say to them that may be thinking about, maybe I should come to Elizabeth City State University?
Coach Jones.
To be honest, we don't really have to say anything. Guys are calling me begging to come to Elizabeth City. That's the thing that I love about it is we got guys that are walking on our football team that deserve a scholarship. But and it's credit to our recruiting. It's a credit to our athletic program. AD DeBose, the things that he do for our program, and just being, like I said, being that blueprint. We're out here, beating the streets down, trying to find good student athletes, and it's been very easy to recruit at Elizabeth City State University. We have to turn guys away because our roster is pretty much full now. But,
wow,
that's a good thing, Coach.
That's awesome.
That's a good thing.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing.
Hey, Coach Richard said, "Yeah, I like the sound of that. Let me try that."
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Oh man, but hey, coaches, obviously, you guys are on because the leadership feels really excited about having you guys part of the ECSU family, and both of you guys relatively new. Be honest with you, so and so we're excited to be supporting you guys, man. Keep up the great work. And can't wait to see how things fall out. And Coach Jones, I'm ready, baby. I'm stretching. I'm getting ready. So just let me know, baby.
He just told you he has no more room.
We're stretching, get a little bit more ibuprofen in.
I'm gonna need the whole doggone bottle of ibuprofen. I go out there.
Oh my God!
Hey, Coach, put me on the golf team.
There we go.
Put me on the golf team. I'm not gonna even tell that lie. I'm not going back out there. I've done that. My fingers are straight. I'm gonna keep them that way.
Know, right. Coach Richards and Coach Jones, appreciate you guys,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks for having us.
Look,
Can't say gonna lie about it.
I used to tell that lie. I'm stop telling that lie.
I think if I won one route, 10 yards out, 10 yards to the right, I'd be done for the whole year.
I think it would be over.
So you got your kids. They always got to stick it to you.
Yeah.
I know they asked me this past weekend. She said, "When the last time you ran full speed?"
Did she say that?
And the answer?
None of your business. None of your business. Don't worry about who was chasing me.
Those guys are back there laughing like I can get him easily in the parking lot.
That's right.
You can get me there unless you take my money. I'm going to catch you.
That's right.
Hey, Tal, get me out of here, man. What you have for me?
That's good, man.
The Hilton Raleigh North Hills Hotel and Convention Complex, located on Wake Forest Road, has an abundance of guest rooms and meeting space. This hotel continues to be a top destination for meetings, conferences, and events. Enjoy live music Wednesday evenings from 7 to 10 p.m. Email yolanda.diaz@hilton.com or call 919-872-2323 and let them know the Sports Shop sent you.
Man, we come back. We'll continue this takeover. But we're going to talk to some people that's actually actual students.
Really?
All these grown folks, let's talk to some actual students when we come back next on the Sports Shop. Let's go.
The best of the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
Kevin Keatts fired as head coach of the NC State men's basketball team. Regardless of what you think of Coach Keatts, good coach, bad coach, indifferent, the next coach, their success relies on better financial support. NC State just hasn't had the NIL funds to compete for an ACC championship every year, and that has to change.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan. Organize easy. Organize tough. Customize your work truck or van with upfit solutions from Van Products. Steel and aluminum shelving, toolboxes, data files, cabinets, drawers, conduit carriers, ladder racks, everything safe and secure. Everything built as unbreakable as you by Adrian Steel. Backed by the best warranty in the business. 3 years, 36,000 miles. Everything custom installed by Van Products so you know it's done right. From a single work rig to a fleet, choose custom installed upfit solutions from Van Products.
Is your business looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further than the Sports Shop Radio Show. Our show is the fastest growing and most active sports talk show on the air today. And advertising with the Sports Shop has the potential to greatly benefit your business. Not only is our show fun, we also cover a wide range of sports topics and have amazing connections with mega sports stars. Plus, we feature cultural references and influences with sound effects and great music from the last 50 years. The Sports Shop Radio Show is designed for anyone who loves sports, and as a business, you can take advantage of this this by placing ads on our show to reach a large number of potential customers. Remember, in radio advertising, good ratings and listeners do count. The hosts, Reese and Kmac, along with a wide array of regular and special guests, engage in real talk about real sports for real fans. Reach out today to place your ad with The Sports Shop and take your business to new heights. Email us at info@thesportshopradio.com or call 919-890-6200.
Welcome home with Baker Home Exteriors. Backed by a century of Baker roofing excellence, we bring expert roofing, siding, and gutter solutions to your doorstep. Transform your home today at bakerhomeexteriors.com. That's bakerhomeexteriors.com.
First aid kits should be ready in case of an emergency, but most fall short. Alsco has you covered with one flat rate, never expired, user-friendly first aid system that is ready whenever an emergency strikes. Alsco's representatives check and refill the first aid kit on a regular basis to ensure it is always stocked and ready to go for one flat weekly rate. The first aid kit that has you covered when you need to be covered. Call 1-800-408-0208 or visit alsco.com. Again, that is ALSCO.com to learn more.
Your heart. It's the only one you have. Fortunately, you also have a choice. Expert cardiologists, talented surgeons, highly skilled specialists, all of whom chose WakeMed. Why? The main reason is the same reason patients choose WakeMed. Everything you need for the best possible care is right here. Learn more at wakemed.org. WakeMed Heart and Vascular Physicians. Your heart, your choice.
This is Kmac. You're tuned into the Sports Shop, where we go beyond the game and delve into the heart of what truly matters. It's time to talk about men's mental health. We're a community with a way of life that brings together family, friends, and fans to discuss the thrill of the big game. But life is about more than just sports. We recognize that every day men engage in various activities that form the fabric of their lives. Whether it's in the barbershop, the salon, or the cigar lounge, these are places where conversations flow freely, friendships are forged, and bonds are strengthened. Today, we want to remind all men out there that it's okay to talk about more than just the game. Your mental health matters. We understand that life can throw curveballs and sometimes pressure can become overwhelming. It's important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health, don't hesitate to reach out. There are resources available to provide support, guidance, and understanding. This is the Sports Shop, reminding you that your mental health is just as important as a game-winning touchdown or shot. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Your mental health matters. Let's go.
Have you ever experienced a wish come true? For a child battling a critical illness, a wish come true can be a turning point. One song, one dance, one game, one adventure, one moment changes everything. Make-A-Wish needs your support to grant the wish of every eligible child. Visit wish.org now to help grant more life-changing wishes. Together, we can transform lives, one wish at a time.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Big truck accidents can cause life-changing injuries, and life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. I know big truck wrecks, and I know how to fight those big insurance companies. If you've been hurt by a big truck, contact us at ritchielaw.com. I'm on top of it.
Reese and Kmac covering sports the real way fans talk about it. The Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
That. Here we go. Like that. I know. I'm just flying around. Good stuff.
That's
like,
right.
Stuff like that.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. Sports Shop on this Elizabeth City State University takeover. On this Blueprint Friday.
Blueprint Friday.
Having a good time as always. Who rocking out? That is D.R. Reese.
With an S. Boom. Right there, baby.
Quincy Jones, watch out.
That's right, man. Moving up like a bullet.
Moving up like a bullet. You know that comes back down.
Well, no, does it?
A lot of people heard the 4th of July don't think so. But it does.
That's a good point.
We got the firm, Pam Thompson Smith. What's up, Pamela?
Good morning.
Oh, man, we rocking out. We got A-Town behind the glass. What up, A?
Doing well, feeling good.
How we doing on the poll question, sir?
So the poll question can be found on X, formerly known as Twitter, through Buzz Sports Radio, the Sports Shop 1. And the poll question, which upset really shocked you? Drake over Missouri, McNeese over Clemson, Creighton over Louisville, or Arkansas over Kansas?
Arkansas.
And 58% of people said McNeese over Clemson.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I think.
Yeah.
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 I think so.
I thought Clemson was already the whole time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Louisville didn't surprise you?
That should have been a surprise to me. Louisville.
I was surprised they was good this year. That's first round. That's first surprise right there.
I tell you what.
But anyway.
Well, you let somebody in the term, they win one damn game. now they got a whole lot to say. Well, I'm trying to tell you, y'all got a whole lot to say now.
Don't ask our next guest that question. I'm trying to tell you, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about it because he's gonna be. Look, you got your tissues with you because you're gonna need them. You're gonna be crying before it's over with. What time today?
We got guests.
What time is the game?
We
got
guests in the studio.
My bad, I forgot. We'll table that for Monday.
There you go.
We'll table that for Monday. Well, like I said earlier, we wanted to talk to some actual students, but you guys on break. Why are y'all here?
Yeah, that's a great
What are y'all doing here? Your chancellor told you had to come in?
I had to.
Yeah, okay, all right. So good.
I had to show. I had to.
Okay. Man, so
represent.
Introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
Tell what year you are, and then what your majors are.
All right, so my name is Robert Holt, but the student and staff at Elizabeth City know me as Nick, my middle name. I'm a freshman. I'm an honors aviation science major, and I'm just here to represent Elizabeth City State.
Man.
Wow,
And also, he's a freshman, but he also has 30 hours. We're going to get into that later. I'm like, how do you get 30 hours as a freshman? But that's okay. We'll talk about that.
My name is Antoine Frazier. I'm a junior, and I'm from Durham, and I'm a business administration major with a concentration in marketing.
Okay,
there you go.
You went to Hillside?
I did.
All right, represent. Okay,
okay.
How y'all doing? My name's Josiah Wheeler. I am a freshman at Elizabeth City State University.
Okay.
I am an aviation student, and I'm also serve as Mr. Freshman at my university.
Okay, Mr. Freshman. Mr. Freshman. He's like,
Mr. Freshman.
We got Mr. Junior right here. I also serve as Mr. Junior.
Oh, okay.
Real quick, too.
Well, I'm Mr. Senior. Citizen. I mean, like that.
Who said citizen?
That's what I'm saying. Delegate, man.
Shame on y'all.
I know that's right.
What the heck is Mr. Freshman? What do you do as Mr. Freshman?
Yeah, talk to us.
So with Royal Court, what I do is I basically advocate for my class. So basically, I'm just the face. You know, whatever my class wants to do, and they see
the
them,
face of the class.
I just make it happen.
Dang. I tell you like LeBron James. You the face of the NBA.
I ain't that good. I ain't that good. LeBron, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot who we were
He ain't
talking
Kobe.
about.
He ain't Kobe.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with you, Nick, talking about coming. Why did you choose Elizabeth City State University, the aviation program, and talk about your journey because you just told us something that you actually started taking your your pilot's test, your test. FAA written, so you could start, as soon as you got to school. Talk about your experience.
So first things first, I want to say thank you guys for having us. Good
Thank
morning.
Thank you for coming in on your spring break.
Yes. I want to say this though. When I was looking for schools to go to for aviation, we visited a lot of schools. But when we came to Elizabeth City, the thing that stood out to me the most is that the people knew what they were talking about. Everybody seemed like they just were established and that they had everything. Just flew. It just went along well. And so as a freshman, I came. I didn't know anyone, and so now as my second semester, I can say that I know every single flight instructor, I know every single aviation staff member, and I know a majority of my fellow classmates. And so that to me is the biggest thing because not only do I feel like a family, but we also encourage each other to be our absolute best and be exceptional. And I think that's what being a pilot is about.
Wow.
But also I think that's what Elizabeth City is about, is being your absolute best and being exceptional. And the fact that I know everyone, I feel heard, but I also feel seen. And so I think that's a big thing that people are not.
That is amazing, important. Yeah.
Yes. Because some of these flight schools you go to, or just schools in general, you're just a number.
Yeah.
No one really cares. But here, I know everybody. Like I said, I know my flight instructors. I have history with them. I know them by name. We have prior experiences, and I feel like everybody wants you to be successful. So that's the biggest thing is that you know people. But I came here because The affordability, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And again, the small classroom size. I knew that aviation, you have to be focused. And so distractions are not really going to help you be successful. And so the airport's 5 minutes away. I can go airport, fly, come back, go to school. And that's a big thing.
That's awesome. That's like a promotional piece right there.
I was gonna say,
for ECSU,
real life.
I know.
No, but it's serious though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to find
Yeah.
what Elizabeth City has. I mean, we got very lucky that I'm in North Carolina. This
you go.
opportunity is available to me.
I want to talk to Mr. Junior, which I didn't know there was such a thing. All right, we got Antoine. He's a business major from Hillside. Of course, Antoine. Same question to you. Why did you choose ECSU a few years ago?
Okay. Well, my college journey was a little different than most people. I transferred in. I went to Wade Tech Community College,
which is a great choice.
Yeah.
choice.
I went there for a little bit, which I think is a good thing because I feel like at a university you really have to make sure you're ready mentally for it. Because there's a lot of distractions. The freedom can become sometimes.
A distraction.
A distraction sometimes, yeah.
It's a distraction.
But yeah, so I spent a little time just to get myself together. But I came to ECSU. I knew about ECSU in high school. None of my friends went to ECSU, which is a big reason why I wanted to go, because I wanted to get out there and meet new people, be different, And I went to an open house, and literally, as you probably heard many times during this segment or whatever, it's a family-oriented space. Like everybody there to this day, I feel like all faculty is like my aunts. The chancellor, we get to build a really, really good connection with the chancellor, and it's just everybody just is worried about how you're doing.
Well, we're going to talk to Mr. Freshman, Josiah, to tell us your why, and then just briefly describe the culture.
So my why I wouldn't say it was a why. I say, like, you hear us talk and you hear, like, as these students are up here and you see as the chancellor speak, it's family. Like, that's a big thing. You got people coming from all over the world to be in school for a certain amount of months. I feel like in those months you want to feel like a cozy like home. I could say, like, we talk about faculty and staff. The faculty and staff is great. Like, they're like, it's like one big family. Like, you could go here, you can go there. Like, it's so great. Like, just being embraced and just always being in that like field is so great. And you got great opportunities like aviation.
Yeah.
You can always do. And you said the impact. Impact is great. I say my impact on the school is, I remember coming in and seeing the previous Royal Court, and they blew my mind away. So now I just feel like I just got to pass the torch.
Okay, Mr. Freshman. Anyway, hey, we're gonna let y'all leaders slip around here and get over there with you guys, man. I know you guys been talking about the chancellor and just the family environment. We're gonna let her close this thing out.
Right. Look, it's been a pleasure, Dr. Edmonds. I will say this. You have yourself quite a gym here at Elizabeth City State.
Absolutely.
You have yourself quite a gym at Elizabeth State. These students are a direct reflection, I think, as a representation of what you guys are building at Elizabeth City State University. And I just want to give you an opportunity to kind of close us out on this takeover Friday, because we've heard so much about Elizabeth City State University, but let's hear the final words from the leadership.
Yeah.
Sure, and I'm so happy that all the listeners and those that are viewing were able to hear from our students. They are the gem of Elizabeth City State University. And not only do they participate, as you heard, on the campus, but they are so connected in the community. Our students were the top winners amongst the schools in the UNC system for the NC Collegiate Hunger Challenge.
Nice.
Yes, we were recognized for 2024 for the All In Award. That means our students are engaging civically throughout the community.
Sure. Nice.
So they are out in the community getting things done. And of course, I cannot forget to mention that we were recognized as the #1 college for college tuition, as well as #2 best value college. And you've heard the students say that as well.
Yeah.
And I have to share, once again, I look forward to seeing anyone that's listening, come out tomorrow. We will be at the Life Enrichment Center and it is our blueprint, and we will be there from 1 to 3 p.m. Then we also have a blueprint in Winston-Salem on March the 29th from 1 to 3. And we have another blueprint event on April 5th, and that will be for Vance, Granville, Franklin, and Warren counties, Durham, any surrounding county.
Wow.
You will be able to join us in Granville County for another blueprint event. So look forward to seeing everyone there. And always thank you to our students, our leaders. They are the ones that really move us forward. And as always, Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Viking pride.
Look, I want to say that.
I still need a course, though. Rob got. He said I look like a W sometimes. I gotta get myself together. Here. I gotta get myself together. I don't know. As long as it ain't a U.
That's right.
As long as it ain't a U.
No U's or W's. All V's.
It's all V's.
All V's.
All V's.
Man, that's incredible, man. It just is hearing the students and just hearing the impact that the university is making on them is incredible, though.
No, look. And I'll be remiss if I didn't say, although your current title is still interim chancellor, but if you are not installed here pretty soon, I'm a protest. I'm gonna be in. That's right. We're gonna do another takeover. Look, and I'm going downtown. And you don't want to see me. I'm telling you, don't want to see me. I'm coming.
Going down on Monday.
I'm going downtown.
Nice to hear. I have 3 supporters.
I think you got way more than 3. Trust me. You got way more than 3. Man, outstanding. You guys do a phenomenal job.
Yes.
I couldn't be happier to see the growth. And then but like you said, to hear from the students.
Yeah.
That's priceless.
Yeah, man.
That's priceless. To
It's
hear from the
incredible.
students, that's how you know it's working, because you get to hear from the students themselves. So,
man, it's been a great day. Again, this is our 3rd time doing this, and the best other 3, I can tell you by far. Great students, great content, and leadership there is unbelievable. So it's gonna be it's a good day.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
And look, I guess I do drone. I can't fly.
Yeah.
So I guess I do drone.
Yeah. I'll be out traffic controller. I can't play football. Obviously, they told me I can do that.
I'm gonna be on the golf team.
Do you ever go to the Carolina Hurricanes games and find yourself thinking, what do the players eat before the game? What are their pregame rituals? What kind of music gets them pumped up ahead of the game? How sacred is the game day nap? What's the postgame mood on the team plane? Check out my new podcast, Iced Tea, with me, Megan LaMontagne. I get to talk to people who spill the tea on the Carolina Hurricanes. Listen to Iced Tea in any podcast app or watch the show on the Fan YouTube channel.